you very much for agreeing to open today's proceedings for us. For those kind words as well, I appreciate it. Be in fear now if you run an event that Citizens Eyes runs a media centre. What I want to do today is take you on a journey, okay? Right back to 2005, when on the 17th of January, down in London, Sebastian Coe invited all of the regions in the UK to support London's bid. That's what that flag's about. And for you, those of you who are a little bit far away, all of that black mark you can see on there is actual individual signatures of people from here in Leicester. Okay? And that actually went off to Singapore as well as one of the 9 flags that went as a host city supporting it. What we're going to do is look at how in 2005, Steve Humphries, to me, has done a lot of stuff for this city around the Special Olympics and all the things I'm going to be talking about. And I'm really pleased that he's joined our organising committee for the Community Media Centre 2012 as well. It's absolutely brilliant. And what I'd like to do, for those of you who know anything about the Special Olympics and the work that Steve does, is give him a round of applause, please. Now in 2008, I actually launched Citizens Eye in the January. And a few months later, I remember going to this particular launch event. I think it was the first time I met Steve White down at the Walker Stadium, and we dived into being the European City of Sport. Okay, I really kind of started to raise expectations amongst people that Leicester was the sort of place that you could really do some good sporting activities. Then in 2009, obviously, a lot of people will remember in this room the Special Olympics. Yeah, so we've got all the Special Olympics banners, dusted them off. Yeah. If you go outside, you'll notice we've got lots of the stuff that went around the Olympic Village at the Walker Stadium. And there was 3 of us washing down that Olympic cauldron this morning at 8 o'clock. It was very dirty, out of a park storage somewhere, so that's the first time that saw the light of day. And I must just say, poor old Ros, who works here, the operations manager, when I said we had an Olympic flame, got her pad out and said, "What's the risk assessment?" I said, "It doesn't work." And all right, she smiled again. I'm sure she had big thoughts that we were actually going to set fire to the thing, so it doesn't work. What we actually did during that time, because we were still quite new, we had a lot of community reporters that went out all across the city in all the events where the Special Olympics was taking part. And we're ringing in, because in partnership with Pandy Radio, we actually had a 28-day FM licence. And so for the days and the week of the Special Olympics, we were on air every day from 12 o'clock lunchtime till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, interviewing various people across the city. And we managed to get the mayor then, it was Councillor Roger Blackmore, Lord Mayor, he actually spoke to us as well, and lots of the athletes and lots of the families. And the great thing about it, I think I will always remember, and it gives me goosebumps, is just seeing buses of athletes all wearing orange, driving around the city and people waving at them. And of an evening you'd see all the volunteers would be out celebrating. I see a few nods in the room, that's good. Everyone dressed in orange, they, walking down Market Street and all that around the market, and you'd go up and say hello to them, because these people, volunteered, 1,500 people I think it was, had actually volunteered their time and taken time off work to volunteer and get involved, so as well as all the people coming across the UK and their families. What we're looking to do in 2012, is to try and capture a little bit of what that was like. Now, we've got no money, and today's not about money. What we've done is we've got some things out that obviously evoke some memories for people about what we're going to do. We've got stuff out that's been sitting in storage, which is a shame really. This should be used at other places really. That torch cauldron should be somewhere. That's certainly one of the things we're looking to do in 2012. So, on the 17th of January next year, again, from 2005 to 2012, we're actually going to be officially launching this Community Media Centre 2012 project. It won't be this big, it won't be this branded every day. The idea is that every month, so January to July when the game starts, is what we'll actually do is organise a series of events and gatherings for all the schools that we work with our What Box projects and using Wave newspaper to encourage people to come into the Phoenix and act as a bit of a hub for anybody that's doing anything around the Olympics. There'll be people having open days, fundraisers, they'll be having mini Olympics, they'll be having mini Paralympics. It's about getting people to come and use the Community Media Centre to help amplify what they're doing. So I was just interviewed on Demon FM, who are kindly broadcasting live from here today. It's great, so if you want to talk on the radio, wheeze yourself over there, I'm sure they'd love to have a chat with you. We won't be organising any sports events. What we'll be doing is encouraging people, whatever they do, is to tell us about it so we can amplify it through our Citizens Eye network, our 20 volunteer news agencies. We're We've got Citizens Eye Radio now. The radio booth's been built in the former library, which is great, so we can do a lot of broadcast confidence building. We're going to have Citizens Eye TV and radio. And during the Olympics and the Paralympics, we'll have Paralympic and Olympic TV and radio, which will be superb. We've got some big events next year. The Doc Film Festival will be themed around, as well as all local showcase and stuff, Leicester in 1908 and 1948 and 2012. So linking it back to when London last had the two games, yeah? We'll also be having an animation festival. Hello. That's all right, that's all right. You're going to the pictures. Very good. There's cinemas here. There'll be an animation festival as well in March, what we're doing again, encouraging young people to actually look at things like animation and cartooning to deal with social issues as well. You know, teenage pregnancy, all those kind of things, AIDS and HIV. We'll be working all of our partners across the news agencies to use that kind of medium. We'll be putting on mainstream things like Toy Story and stuff like that. Obviously, it's trying to get people to just take an interest in what they're doing. I think what's key is people tend to think about the sport with the Olympics and then not really think about the Paralympics at all. Okay? And what we will do is we will both give each of them equal measure. Okay? So for 2 weeks during the Olympics and 2 weeks during the Paralympics, we will be running exactly the same community media centre facilities from here. The difference is, the one with the Paralympics, yeah, the people that will be taking charge of putting the information out there, yeah, will all have a disability, supported by able-bodied people. And I think that's what's really important. For the first time ever, there will be a community media centre covering the Paralympics and reporting on the things that are important about the Games. Okay? I'm not going to delve into that because I get really angry about how we portray disability sports on the television, and we totally ignore things like the Special Olympics. But we will be giving them equal measure, and that's something I'm really passionate about. It's Community Media Week. This is day 6 of 7. I don't normally look like this. And we've launched a Young Reporters Training School off the back of our Wave Club that we run here every Saturday for young people that don't just want to write for the Wave newspaper, they're interested in photography. We've launched an iPhone app, and I'm really excited. It looks like our iPhone app for Citizens Eye will actually be going into partnership with something the City Council are planning around telling people about all of the cultural Olympic activities that are going on and everything going on in 2012. So if we can get that partnership to work, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There's 7 Olympic and Paralympic values. The 3 Olympic values are respect, excellence and friendship. The 4 Paralympic values are equality, inspiration, courage and determination. And what we intend to do is not only build that into every event that we run between now and September 2012, yeah, but it's each month from January to July, 7 months, it's each month lead on one of those values, yeah, and try and make people aware that the Games, as well as entertaining sport and peak athletes and excellence and stuff, it's about real people. It's coming to London, let's use it. You know, it's about Leicester 2012 and how we can use that, and the fact that we've got the torch relay and we've got a BBC big screen. Young people are an absolute key part of what we do, and they're actually involved in the Young People's Advisory Board that we've got, who actually, even on Saturday, had a Let's Talk event where one of the elements was about 2012 and how we can get involved in it. And we've been talking about what sort of things they'd like to come here and take away. They'd like a branded t-shirt, but they'd like to pimp it themselves. You know, they love stickers, which I know Jennifer's really into. She'll be happy about that. Like stickers. We'll be doing TV and radio programme for those guys as well, to be able to make their own programme. We'll be talking about music for adverts. Should it be a cartoon? What parts of the city should be involved in it? And make sure that everyone's included. Access for all, which I'm sure Mommy will be pleased about. We'll be running Community Media Week last November. We've run one now. We'll be doing another one this November and one next January. People ask me why I do it. Why do I organise these weeks? It's an opportunity for all of our community reporters to come together, you know, and actually get involved in events. So we run community media centres for the Doc Film Festival, for the Green Film Festival, for Pride. Yeah, we took the first film of Pride last year. Yeah, we cover things like the Mela. Yeah, we cover things like Diwali, but we also cover Christmas. Yeah, it's about getting people interested in doing these things and taking responsibility. We don't have to rely on the mainstream media to do these things. Community reporters is everybody. The only qualification you need is enthusiasm. We can give you the opportunity to take workshops and tasters and get involved. But there are people out there who are training people to become filmmakers. If that's what you want to do, we can help signpost you. And that's the great thing about being here at the Phoenix Square Film and Digital Media Centre, is we've got the opportunity to do all these things because we've got the fantastic